Hello again, YouTube. After that bedroom trial, we're going to test the KickAss 400 watt AC unit running off the Bluetti. I've got a small jerry can for the condensation. We're just going to run it here inside the house, close up a little bit. All we're doing is venting it out the exterior, and we're going to monitor how it goes. But more importantly, I want to see how the Bluetti goes. It's currently 100% charge. We're going to plug a 240 watt solar blanket. It has an adapter which is Anderson to 8mm DC, which fits into the 8mm port. And we're going to see how long the Bluetti AC180 could run this bad boy, because in the bedroom test yesterday, I'm going to say the Bluetti probably could only run it for a couple of hours before it was completely drained. So I'll get back to you once the sun improves. Cheers. So here we go. We've just started. I've got the KickAss unit running, and I'm getting minimal sun, as you can see. 16 watts in, 440 out. What I found, the KickAss AC runs in the mid 400 watts, so you need to have a pretty good decent power situation, either batteries, and you want at least a 2000 watt inverter, because I think when it boots up, the AC draws anywhere between 1200 and 1500 watts, so a 1000 watt inverter would not do the trick. Let's go inside quickly. I've got it set at 22, low fan and air pump. It's blowing out nice cold air. This is the size of it. So it's pretty small. It's about the size of the Bluetti, I guess. So in a motorhome, well insulated, and a smaller space. I mean, I'm not trying to get this room cool with it by all means, but in an insulated small motorhome, it should do the trick. And provided I can feed the Bluetti with solar and run it for, say 2-3 hours prior to bedtime, so it cools down the environment, and then just run a fan overnight, that might do the trick. The solar is coming up, but nowhere near enough. As you can see, it's pulling 440s. I'm already down to 96%, and it's only been on for about 10 minutes. And I'm running it at 19 watts of solar, so we'll get back in a minute when things fire up. Okay, well here we are in reasonable sun. I have 2 small blankets out, and converting to a Y splitter, and I'm getting 104, 105 watts, but the AC is drawing 400, 430, etc, etc. The AC180 is now down to 87%. So as I said, you would probably be able to run the aircon for, say, a couple of hours, and it might cool down your motorhome a little bit if it's well insulated, if it's not in direct sunlight. Maybe put it on just before you go to bed, cool down the area, and then put a fan or something on to circulate the air. My biggest concern was that it was going to be able to, or the Bluetti was going to be able to withstand the initial surge, which is around about 1200 to 1500 watts, and then it settles down to mid 400s, I found. There we go. So yeah, you'll be able to run it for a little while, position it well, have a well insulated camper, and make sure you close up early in the morning so you don't attract any of the heat into to warm up your surfaces, keep the surfaces cool, and then run a fan for the rest of the evening, I suppose, or have a huge battery bank. Maybe if I had an expansion battery for the Bluetti, that could be a thing, but they get expensive, so we'll see how I go. I might just get a lithium iron phosphate battery, a couple of ring terminals, some cabling, and an 8mm DC input, and just use it as a sort of backup power for the Bluetti. But yeah, wrong time of the day, wrong day to really try this, but it's something that I want to try. I hope you get something out of it. So that's the 400 watt AC KickAss running off the Bluetti AC180. So cheers for now.